Right, buddy, Manchester United lose 1-0 to Tottenham. A very, very close game. I thought it should have ended as a draw. United didn't do enough, but we move and we take it from there. Now, in terms of play ratings, let's get into it. Onana 5. I thought some of his kicking today, decision making was just very poor. I mean, on the goal, he just should have done better. He just palms it into a position where Maddison can just have an open goal, really, and an easy finish. I think De Ligt and Maguire have to do better as well. Maddison literally shouldn't be that free. But again, listen, this loss, is it really on Onana? I don't think it is, to be honest with you. But it was those tight margins. I mean, it did. Onana was probably at fault. Right wing back, Delo, listen, I give him a 5. He didn't do anything special. He had a few good crosses. I mean, at least we did put crosses into the box today. I thought he defended well at times against Tell and Son. But yeah, it was just... He was getting the ball at times, but just wasn't doing much. Really had that one chance early on in the game, which United had, which I don't know if he put it across the box or not, but yeah, wasn't convincing. Mazraoui, 5 as well, wasn't really that convincing. Few decent passes out, few good interceptions and blocks, but wasn't anything special, so I'd give him a 5. Maguire gets a 5 as well. Just wasn't. We need to be. I thought Maguire, to be fair to him, actually was someone who was carrying and progressing the ball, but we just need more from that. We're missing Martinez, and we need someone to progress the ball. I don't think it was a decent performance by Maguire at all, to be honest with you. One that lacked performance. I mean, I'm just seeing the goal now. It just comes from across. Onana palms it out into a position and we score. But yeah, left centre back was De Ligt. I'd give him a 5 as well. At fault for the goal, really, for me. He should be tracking the run as a defender. But yeah, very, very frustrating in that. Left wing back Dorgu, I'd give him a 7. I thought Dorgu was a real bright spark today. He's an intelligent player who can play the ball, very good on the ball. Quality player. I think he's someone who can develop into something. He was actually making overlapping runs. He was showing something that many Manchester United fans weren't. Many Manchester United players weren't showing. He was making runs. He put a few good crosses into the box, a few good 2-on-1. And really, you want to see Dorgu play from that left-hand side going forward. Into midfield, Casemiro, 4-3 actually. You don't want to see Casemiro again playing for Manchester United. That performance was absolutely disgraceful. We've seen it before. He just hasn't got the legs to play in midfield. It's not only been this season, it's been last season as well. He just hasn't got the legs, the energy. And I think if we had Eriksen, at least he can get on the ball. I think, why didn't Amorim bring on Sekou Kone or someone else who can show us something? I don't know why he didn't do that. But listen, Casemiro hasn't got it. He was just getting caught on the ball. Decision making, he had that one-headed chance, but it was a weak header that didn't really show much. And yeah, very, very frustrating from Casemiro. Next to him was Bruno. I didn't think Bruno was good. I'll give him a 5 as well. I don't think he was anything spectacular. He was given a lot of long balls. I think he was given a job to do too much. I think with Bruno, he was had to cover a lot of ground and he was probably burnt out. Amorim knows he can rely on Bruno for the energy and the legs, but the quality wasn't there from Bruno Fernandes today. He put a few good crosses into the box. And yeah, that was really about it. I don't think Bruno had a decent display at all for Manchester United. I remember just ridiculous, countless long balls, opportunities galore. He had a few chances, but again, just wasn't convincing. He was very sloppy on the ball today. In terms of 10, Zirkzee, I'd give Zirkzee a 7, you know. I think he was probably a contender for man of the match in a poor United team. He was good on the ball, a few nice runs. And that header that just went wide, he had a few shots. I think Zirkzee, you can really see him developing now. And I think he's someone who, for me at the moment, should be starting over Rasmus Højlund. I know we're quite slim in that attacking department, but I think that's the player that Amorim has to trust at the moment. And he was our only bright spark today. Nice little few nutmegs. As I said, he had that one shot in the first half, it just went wide of the left post. And that was really about it, to be honest with you. But I think he did look sharp and did actually offer something which we didn't see many Manchester United players do in a game like this. Garnacho, for me, gets a 5. I mean, 2-3 big chances he had. I mean, the first one is inexcusable to miss. It's a good first touch. The second one, obviously, Porro's onto him. But again, yeah, I think he should do better. It was very frustrating by Garnacho. And now, with Ahmad being out, Mainu being out, it does come down to Garnacho, who's going to be playing for the forward, and Bruno, really, and Zirkzee. Like, it comes down to the players there who are left to kind of show something. And I don't think Zirkzee obviously he isn't getting goals at the moment, and we've seen Garnacho can. He hasn't scored in I suppose 14 games now it would be for Manchester United, so that would be a huge concern. I mean, it's a relegation battle. Amorim needs help. I think Ineos not signing players in the January window did hinder Amorim, but again, it was very frustrating to see the players' performance today. I think Garnacho was very, very sloppy at times, but listen, I don't think we got him into positions as well to go 1v1 enough. We should have done that, because you could have seen Garnacho do much more. Now the subs, I mean, it was literally Chidobe Martin Chidobe that came on. That was it, and I'll give him, a 5. You can't really rate. I don't think he got a touch on the ball. NA probably then. Ruben Amorim for me gets a 6 today. Listen, he is at fault, but he's not at the same time. Listen, we don't have any players, but I think he should have just brought on someone, whether that's Jack Moorhouse, Sefu Kone, Chidobe. Like, bring someone on. Just trust the youth. It can't be any worse than, like, just take Casemiro off. He was one of the worst players on the pitch. But listen, it's very, very frustrating. Now, in terms of man of the match, for me, it's clear as Zirkzee. I mean, Højlund could have got it as... Oh, I didn't even rate Højlund. Højlund gets a 5. Right, what did he do? He had 1-2 chances. That was it. Again, his touch was a bit sloppy. Listen, we know he's still a young player, but it was just the basic things that Højlund weren't doing right today. Man of the match for me is Zirkzee. I think his overall ability, playing behind the striker, would, I think, make sense now for him to the end of the season. You could probably want to see him and Højlund's relationship bond developing, but that was really about it. Listen, a very frustrating result by Manchester United. We lose a narrow result after a very poor goal, to be honest with you, against Tottenham. We move from here. We just need to get wins on the bounce. I mean, our next few games, I think we got Everton, Ipswich, then we have an FA Cup game. We have got winnable games, but again, it is going to be very, very, very difficult to win, to be honest with you. Let's see our next few matches quickly before I end the video. So we have Everton, Saturday, 12:30. Then we have Ipswich, not easy games. Fulham in the Cup. Then we have Arsenal. Then we have Leicester, Forest. So some tough games coming up for Manchester United. It's definitely not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. We just need 11 more points from how many more games? 11 more points from 13 games. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.